Hey everyone, welcome to the evening show tonight. As always, just a friendly reminder that everything that I say here is for educational or not it's not for educational, it's for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a professional. I'm not giving you stock picks, investment advice, accounting advice, anything like that. This is just for education or for entertainment purposes for, educate yourself with my opinion because that's all I'm giving you is my opinion and it's worth what you pay me for it, which is absolutely nothing. With all that being said, welcome. I didn't do a show last night. Wasn't in the right mindset. Like I was just relaxing, spending time with family, and then it got late, and I just was tired. I knew that if I got on, it wouldn't be a great show. And I was just like, I'm just gonna kind of take it easy, not do a show tonight, do one tomorrow. So I'll do one tonight, and then we're gonna probably do one tomorrow as a short housekeeping thing for the kind of the what I'm doing and working on right now for the channel is I'm going to be posting and I'm working on taking clips of strategies and trades so I can demonstrate what the strategies are, how I trade the strategies. So you'll actually see like this is a M1, this is a green takes red. So we'll actually be able to demonstrate the trade, and then from there I'll be able to actually show some live trades of me trading those setups. I'm working on putting those clips together, editing them, and they'll go up on the YouTube channel. I don't have a time frame, but I would say soonish. I'll probably be posting some over the month, maybe some over Christmas, over the holidays as a Christmas and New Year's gift to people because I don't plan on doing a ton of these shows. So maybe I'll change the content up with some of that from this month to kind of give people who are learning or trying to find ways to make money on the strategies or on choppy days like today, how I play the strategies to make money. Um, because there are different ways to do them. You all have a strategy, and we've talked about this before. The C strategies are extremely effective, and but we each play them differently, and we each have a different way we play them and a strength to play them. So hopefully showing you guys how I play them will help people be like, oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, you do that, I do this. Maybe this works better. Maybe somebody can look at what I do and be like, hey, have you tried doing this? This might be more effective. This might be able to get you um, you know, this might be able to help you make more money. So it's also a tool to help myself. So I'll be doing that, putting those together, and I've got somebody in here who's going to help me edit them and stuff like that, and which is going to be super helpful. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I hope you guys are looking forward to doing that. But with that being said, tonight's topic is FOMO. One of the biggest, actually the biggest, I think, and let me know if you disagree with me, the biggest account killer that there is. I don't know another more psychological, devastating thing than FOMO. No matter what side you're on, whether you're the aggressive trader, the calm trader, the what's the word I'm looking for, um, technical trader, the one of the worst things you can do is experience really bad FOMO. And so I'm going to give you a short story of what was happening with me Friday and Friday and Monday. So I'm opening up several different accounts so I can um, try different brokers to see if they're, if they stand up to Fidelity, if they're better, if I can edit them. So I'm doing an E-Trade one. I'm doing a few other ones. So all that being said, I had taken a lot of money out of my account on, I think, Thursday. And then I accidentally purchased with more money than I had, and I got a margin call. So I had to transfer more money back in on Friday to get that margin call cleared. So I couldn't trade with, unlimited time and tick throughout the day on Friday. And, there were some really good moves early Friday. And instead of actually catching them, I ended up missing most of them. And I caught a few of them trading in cash and in a smaller account that I have. But I couldn't trade like I normally traded because I had the margin call and, factors like that. And because I accidentally purchased in cash in a different account that day because I was messing with my settings and stuff, I got myself where the cash didn't clear over the weekend. So while my account said on Monday that I couldn't, it wouldn't let me buy. It wouldn't let me buy. It was basically like I was still in a call. So I ended up getting stuck, or I ended up Monday morning not being able to normally trade, and I couldn't see anything that was wrong, and I was on the phone with Fidelity through Tesla's whole drop. If you go back and you were if you were here the other day, looking at Tesla on like at this was yesterday. If you're looking at the chart, this was yesterday morning at the open. I bought Tesla on a mark or on a one and done short, and I had like I was trying to buy like 30 contracts plus, and I was just kept trying, and it wouldn't let me do it. And then I tried to change something, and I tried to buy another like 30 something right here, and I was just like I was really trying to slam into Tesla. I thought it was going to be low, and I ended up missing this whole down move in Tesla. So massive. I think I did pretty good as far as not like I actually just ended up not trading. Um, I had a few cash. I left Tesla alone. I did one or two other trades in Facebook with cash and then and let it alone. But I missed this whole down move in Tesla, and that's like for me that would have been just a big morning. And I definitely experienced and went through the whole man, I missed this. This would have been this much money. Man, this would be a great way to start off this month to get this going. First week, massive green, blah, 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 blah. You know, and I was looking to hold it. Like I thought Tesla was just going to drop. So, you know, I missed that. Now, come Monday, same thing happens because I was I didn't think about it and I purchased some with some of the cash I had sitting. My cash didn't settle to clear my call. So come Monday, or this was Friday, sorry, this was Monday. This was yesterday. I missed this. Friday, I missed. I have to go back, but same thing happened in Friday, actually. If you go back to Friday, same thing happened in Friday. That drop happened. So I missed that drop in Friday. And then Monday comes, and yesterday, and that's why I didn't trade yesterday, I couldn't trade because I didn't have the cash settled. So I missed another big move that I was trying to do Monday. Same thing in the morning, trying to catch that drop in Tesla, trying to catch it, and it wouldn't let me buy. It was bothering me. Got on the phone with Fidelity, dealt with them, and found out what the problem was. And in short, I mean, it's my fault because I'm the one who moved the money. I'm the one who didn't check. I'm the one who did all that. So first thing you have to do is accept accountability. It doesn't matter what if it was a system. It doesn't matter that they didn't tell me that there was something wrong with it. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm the one that did it. I'm the one that made the choice. My fault. You know, is what it is. There's no reason in yelling at them on the phone or doing whatever else. You could do what you try to do to get it fixed. But, you know, I got the issue resolved, so I was good today. But I knew coming in today that I was going to have FOMO. And I didn't think there was anything I could do to stop it because I missed 2 big days with 2 big moves that would have paid me in the first hour and I would have been done. I would have just, you know, I would have cleaned up and I would have been done. And because I couldn't do that, coming in today, I didn't know if it was going to be choppy. I didn't know if it wasn't going to be choppy, but I reset my defaults to, instead of 10, 20, and 30 contracts, my defaults were set to 1, 2, and 3. Because I knew coming in today I was going to suffer over trading, trying to compensate for the trades that I missed the other day. And even though I identified that, I did not think there was a way that I could stop myself from over trading or from being too aggressive or from thinking this might be the breakdown or from holding trades too long or from having other things kind of come into my OODA loop, my process of making a decision that could damage my trading and not allow me to see things correctly. I could be taking too much size when I shouldn't. You know, the market gapped up, so I could have thought something, you know, the market was going to go long or the market was going to go short, and I could have hurt myself trading. And so I actually started out and I was trading with 1 contract, 2 contracts, 3 contracts, and nothing, you're not, you know, nothing wrong if that's your normal size. That's great. That's not a bad thing at all. But I ended up down trading with that like 2 grand, which is a lot trading with that size, you know, because I was over trading. I was doing what I thought I was going to do. And while I wasn't actively thinking, I'm missing a play. And while I wasn't actively thinking, like, hey, I'm suffering from FOMO here, I just knew it was psychologically below the surface, something that was affecting me. And so after about 30 minutes in, I stopped and I sat back and I detached, and I think I might have got a cup of coffee and sat down. I'm like, okay, let's find some good setups. And here's what I did. I reverted to finding C strategies. I was like, okay, down 2 grand. I am not going to fix this by sizing up. So, you size up. I could just size up to 30 contracts, get one good trade, and be green. Um, and then I'd be fine. Who cares? I could have made it all back very quickly, or I could have lost more. But I thought to myself, this is a good, 2 grand isn't going to hurt me being down on the week if that's all I'm down. So it's fine. It doesn't really matter. Let's use this as a chance to learn, as a chance to reset and see if I can follow my own rules that I've made, trade small today, and get myself back to green. And so I did. And I chopped around, and I went from being down, and I chopped around in the 1500 range. I chopped around in the 1000. I caught some good Google moves when the Q started going up. waiting for some C strategies to set up in here, and I caught some Google moves, and I got back to green. And I ended flat. I think I might have been down $50 or something like that. And I quit. And it got me thinking, this is the way, if you have FOMO, that I could have prevented wrecking myself early. And thankfully I sized down and I followed my rules, and because I followed the rules that I set for myself today, which was size down, I wasn't wrecked. I wasn't I like technically was down on the day for my size, but it wasn't 20,000. And I didn't have all day to trade because I had some things I had to do today. I had to go do I had some things I had to take care of, so I can only trade till about 11 o'clock. So I had that on top of me, wanting to catch a move early, and on top of that, knowing I can only trade until about 11. So when you have all that going against you, I identified that early. I fixed it, and then I got myself back green. But I got myself back green waiting for proper setups in names, not scalping around Google, or sorry, not Google, not scalping around Tesla when it's below the first 1 minute high. Let me go to a couple charts. Name some charts. Guys, throw in some charts in chat that we were trading early today. Roku, Praven was trading Roku, Square, Apple. So Square, we'll do this one and then I'll go through them. I see Roku. So Square is a legit setup. Why is Square a legit setup? Let me check Roku. I saw Praven called out Roku early. I need to start playing those names when he calls them out. Here's why. Look at my cursor if you can see it. The reason Square is legitimate and made money early, look where it's trading. Above the first 1 minute high. So these, although this is really choppy and might be hard to play, are actually strategies and C strategies because you're above the first 1 minute high. So when you come down and you hit the 8 and you have a green takes red and you have all that, you're above that first 1 minute high. Roku. Roku, super strong at the open. Bounced around. I'm not sure when you played this one. Roku looks harder to play, but it ran up so much at the beginning. So it's kind of hard to have a first above the first 1 minute high here, but it did play up so strong that you could definitely make some money in here if it pulls down and hits these moving averages and climbing back up. But you're not above the first 1 minute high, so I feel like this is, oh, you only did the first no you limit 8? Yeah. This pop up, so your trades early in this work. It's a super strong name at the open. It pops up. It doesn't rip back down all the way down here. It hits the know your limit, pops up, goes back down to the 21. The first time it hits the 21 and it goes up. So you could have played Roku off the open, first know your limit 8 and first know your limit 21, and both of those were money. But it's a name that's trading higher. A little bit different. It wasn't trading above the first 2 minute high or 1 minute high. Apple was working. We made money in Apple early. Look where Apple's at. It's above the first 1 minute high. And you actually had C strategy setups in Apple that actually worked. When it pulled down, you actually had setups. And the 2 minute green takes reds, I think, were working today in Apple. So you had that. It's trading higher. If we look at names like Tesla, look where Tesla's at for the first part of the day. A few times it starts going up, but once it fails, you're down here below the first 2 minute or right out the 2 minute all day, and you pretty much never break above it. Once you do break above it, it looks like there was probably some money to be made. You can see once it gets up here and it kind of breaks out above it, you've got some money to be made. Amazon. Amazon was choppy early and hard. I made some money in it as the day went on and the cues got strong. But look what happened after the first, like after 11 o'clock, after I had to leave, of course. But look at this. Amazon starts trending higher. It breaks out above the first 1 and 2 minute high. And the cues are probably going higher here too. And hopefully y'all could have made some money there. It seemed hard. It seemed choppy. I think things were choppy and 2 minute strategies were better. But trading names, when you have FOMO, when you're suffering FOMO, one of the things that helped me the most and that I thought about coming into today and that I thought about on Friday and that I thought about on Monday when I couldn't trade those days was it doesn't matter if I can't trade for a week or I can't trade for a couple days or in the middle of the day I miss trades, because you know what? There is always going to be another C strategy that sets up. There's always going to be another name. There's always going to be another time in the day when you get a reset on a name. Monday and Friday were not the only days this year probably that we get a chance to play Tesla, or this month that we get to trade Tesla. If I trade every day, do I have to catch every single move in Tesla to make money, or every single big down move? No, I really don't. Do I have to catch every single all-time high in every name, or every Facebook, or every Apple, or every whatever name that you like to play, every Roku, how it makes bounced up? Do I have to catch every single one of those to make money? No, I don't. You have to revert to the strategies and trust the strategies and the system that you do so much that you know you can miss and you're almost cool with missing. It's like, I'm going to let this go if it doesn't go. And I really just don't care. Like, I didn't care if Tesla would have just ripped up or ripped down today. I wasn't going to change my tier size because I was following the rules. I didn't have to hit a home run today. I could just get some base hits and kind of get some wins together after having 2 days where I missed trades. I had multiple days where I just kind of got wrecked. Not got wrecked. I didn't trade, so I felt mentally kind of like I missed out on something. And I did, but in the sense I didn't, because it doesn't matter. Do you know how many times these names are going to go? How many days we're going to be able to play Amazon next year? How many days we're going to be able to play Tesla for the rest of this year? Or Facebook or Apple? Do you really think that any one big move is going to be, man, that was it? That was the defining move that was going to make, whatever it was, and I would be good and I would have all of this? No. We're not always looking for home runs, and it's completely okay. Not only is it okay, it should almost be the expectation for you to miss names, to miss setups, to miss plays. I don't know how many times today I was trading and I had mentally said, I'm waiting for this to hit this moving average. I went and did something in Google because I think it was one of the names I traded well early, and I was like, oh crap, I missed Facebook, or I missed Apple. I was going to buy that when this happened, and I just missed it. I was like, oh well. Almost every single day throughout the names that we trade, you're going to get setups. Those moving averages are going to hit. The green takes reds are going to happen. You're going to have massive run-ups that you're just going to be able to catch and hold, and you're going to have massive run-downs. So getting to the point where you're so confident in the strategies and you trust the strategies, not only the strategies, but the room. You trust, for those of us who trade in T3, you trust Geronimo, you trust the news flow guys in there saying, hey, and they're calling out news, they're giving good names. You trust the rotation crew here in Discord to be like, hey, these are the names we're playing. Rose got away from Amazon, and when she did, I got away from it too today, because she plays Amazon and she's like, I can't seem to make money and I'm losing more than I'm winning. I'm going to leave it alone. That's an amazing, mature decision for her as a trader to be like, hey, I'm losing more than I'm winning here. It's not worth it. I'm going to leave it alone and I'm going to go trade something else. And she did it. I don't know exactly how her day went, but she left it alone. and that's her, her favorite name. And she's okay with that. I assume one of the reasons she's okay with that is because she knows tomorrow she might be able to make money in it. Why blow up today trying to force something when, hey, it's not working today, I'll come back to it tomorrow? You have how many trading days in a year? You have how many trading days in a month? You don't have to get it all in one name in one day. So it doesn't work out that day. Okay, come back tomorrow, try it again. Hey, it didn't work. I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try something else. And when you take that mindset to your trades, to your strategies, to if they're working, if they're not working, and it's not about making the money. It's just about finding good setups and good trades. You know, not about making a killing, not about getting to a certain level or making sure you hit your daily goals, but just taking good, solid trades. That's going to help you stay away from FOMO. So if you're experiencing FOMO in the middle of the days, and let's say Tesla's running up or Amazon or Facebook or something else, you either have to get super aggressive and just be like, I'm buying the next 1 minute breakout, and then that's what we call a bend. If you don't know, when we call a bend, it's not a great strategy. You're playing momentum and follow through. You're just buying a breakout and you're going to do it. You just think it's going to go. There's no strategy per se. It's a bend. You're bending into a trade. If you're going to do that, you can go default aggressive and you can just bend into a trade. If not, and that's not how you trade, and you're getting FOMO, you have to be like, hey, oh well, I'm a little bit slow today. Whatever, who cares? I'm going to go find something else. I'm going to find something I can trade. I'm going to wait for one of these names to hit on a moving average. I'm going to wait for something to come down and hit VWAP and then bounce off of it. I'm going to have to wait for the Qs to get above the first, the Qs to move higher. You know, how many times is trading easier once the Qs actually like trend in a direction? So I'm going to wait for the Qs to actually move up and start going up. Okay, they're moving up. I'm going to, try Amazon again, or I'm going to try this other name again. I'm going to come back to it. And you just let plays go, and you almost practice letting them go if you don't like it instead of bending. And I'm a bender. I do hit trades pretty hard, and sometimes I take names, so I'm not really sure. I've cut back on that a lot, but sometimes I'll do that. And it's okay to do that, I think, in my opinion, but it's toxic. It can become toxic, so you have to be careful with it. And I've been trying to hold back on that and not do that and be like, I'll wait for a C strategy. I'll wait for a C strategy. And almost on days when it's choppy, and it's choppy. Like when y'all blow your accounts out early in the morning, it's a choppy day. You're not surprised. You're like, oh man, the trading is great today. And I'm just missing. Like usually it's not that. Usually it's choppy, and it's choppy for a while, and something's not working. And half a Discord is like, yeah, this is hard. Yeah, I can't seem to make money here. Yeah, Tesla's not working. And Facebook's not working. I don't know. It's just CT was in here talking. He's like, hey, I think right now, the way we were playing the video, you need to buy it on a pull down and then basically take small size, like 2 to 5 contracts, and just hold it for about 10 minutes. And then, in about 10 minutes, you're going to be, a point up on him. But if you hold it before then, it's just going to whip around, go up, go down, go up, go down. So you almost need to take such small size, sell the initial pop, and then hold a runner and basically let that go. And I did that in the video a couple times, and I think I made a little bit doing that. So we're identifying in here if it's a choppy day. Everybody in here is identifying that. And if you came into today with FOMO because of the last days, and I think trading has been a little bit more difficult in the last week, but if you've been coming in and you suffer FOMO in the middle of the day because you're maybe missed a play that somebody else got, we do the best we can here, and I think we do a fairly decent job of not bragging about wins. Sometimes we're having a good time and we're all having fun, and we want to celebrate that, but especially us on the mic, we try not to, because our goal is to not cause you guys FOMO, is not to cause you guys to fear that you missed out because I just caught 5 points on a play. I often underplay, not often, sometimes I underplay some of my wins, or I underplay how I do things because I don't want to be like, oh man, I lost in that, and me come on, I'm like, haha, I'm still holding it and I'm up, because guess what? Next time I might hold it and I might be down. You never know. So one of the biggest ways, and correct me if I'm wrong, or y'all feel free to chime in either in chat or on the mic, that you can avoid FOMO is by leaning on the strategies that work, not bending, sizing down, and just getting comfortable waiting for a good trade and not chasing the money, not looking for the money, not looking to catch the big move. I'm just looking to catch the next Mark 1. I'm just waiting for the next Mark 1 setup in one of these names. If it doesn't come, that's fine. Whatever. And you're almost just getting happy waiting for that setup. That's not my shot. That's not my shot. That's my shot. Here we go. And you almost learn to enjoy making a good trade. And Rose said you have to trade your edge. You have to find an edge, something that gives you an edge. It's almost like a game. You're looking for something that you have that's going to give you an edge over the market. And then you trade that edge. If you don't have an edge, you don't trade. It's not worth it to go down and have to make your money back. It's better to find your edge and use that edge, like Geronimo says. And Rose typed it in chat. That's going to stop you from getting FOMO because you don't care, because you can make the money. Last month, early November, we were rocking it and we were just destroying it. And we talked about it then, how you just needed to chill and wait for the proper setups and wait for good setups to, and then they were just running and they were just ripping, and it was just, in my opinion, super easy to make the money. You had names hitting all-time highs and stuff, and now things have kind of chopped down a little bit, sold off, and now they're maybe going back up. So who knows? But we're just watching and waiting. We have to wait for those setups to take place. We have to wait for the strategies and the times when we can hit it. There's not just going to be one day this month you can make money. You're going to be able to make money every day this month on these strategies if you play them right and you set up. You don't have to catch every big move. Who cares if Booth catches all the move and I catch half the move and then Rose catches twice the move, and who cares? Who cares? You find your strategies, you find the things that give you an edge, you take that and you make money with it. Wait, be patient, train yourself to do that during the day. It's hard to do. I had FOMO. Like, I came in today with it and I knew I had it, and I knew I had to correct myself, otherwise I was going to probably get wrecked, and I didn't want to get wrecked. Because I missed 2 massive days. I didn't know what today was going to be, like a big gap up day. I said it on the mic early, probably just going to be choppy and annoying. That's what big gap up days usually are for us. But identifying that and correcting that early in my day was key to being successful, I think. Was key to not getting destroyed. And once I was down a little bit, to be like, okay, let's just wait for a setup. Let's find something that gives me an edge, that gives me an edge over the market, that gives me a way that I think I can make money, not bend into it. Just, okay, there's a good setup waiting. There's a good setup waiting. Like, if you think about it like this, if you could make, and it doesn't pick a point, but let's just use Tesla. If you could find a way to, only catch 1 point every 10 minutes of the day, there are 6, that would be 6 points an hour. So if you only took 1 trade every 10 minutes, but you could catch a point in it or 50 cents in it, whatever number you want to be, how much would that add up to if you had 10 contracts a day? How much? Think about that. How many thousands of dollars? That'd be a 5-figure day. That would be like a mid 5-figure day. 1 point, or even half a point, 50 cents on 1 trade every 10 minutes. So you don't take more than that. You just find 1 trade, a C strategy, a green takes red or something like that, and a name that's trending, or a Mark 1, and you only play that, and you only play the C strategies. When you start thinking about it like that, and not like, I have to catch every trade, I got to jump in this, got to jump, I'm going to miss something, got to jump in this, got to jump in this, and jump in, jump out. And yeah, you can do that, and it's not wrong, and we're aggressive, and we go after a lot of things. But if you learn the amount of money that you can make and the amount of good trades that you can make just waiting for the good trades and taking them, not even trying to catch a big move in every move, but just being happy with finding setups and taking setups that are legitimate setups that give you an edge, that help you make money, that's going to be able to allow you to conquer FOMO, to conquer it every day. And it's not just like, okay, it's gone. It's like, hey, I have this tool to use against this when I feel it, because it's something you're always going to have, especially when you just got done making a ton of money, like in early November, made bank. It's going to be hard to then have a few weeks of making a lot less. You have to, and then you miss a move or two, and then you feel like that was your move. Knowing and trusting the strategies, Rose is saying in chat, excuse me, learning learning your edge, learn the market, learn how the market is going. And she said, I'll just read what she said. By default, you need to consider the market like the house at a casino. All things equal, the house wins more than not. So you have to trade when you have an advantage. First, you need to define and know what your edge is. And for Rose, it's momentum on the stock she's focused on combined with setups. That's her strength. She knows it, and when she can lean into it and get it, she's printing. She's just printing bank. She's got an ATM, and she can just unlimitedly print money out of it. That's what we can all do when you learn that. Now, ways to learn that. So this is another thing that you can do is what you say. Learn what you do well. If you're still struggling in learning what you do and how you do, journal. Journal your trades. I'm not saying spend all night and hours reviewing this stuff. Record your screen. Go back, record your screen. Maybe you got 30 minutes alone at night. Watch the first 30 minutes of the day, or when you lost money, and when you can look at it when you're detached because you're not trading, you're not emotional, and you can look at it and be like, wow, I'm an idiot. Like, why am I taking these? This isn't a C strategy. No wonder I'm losing early. This is stupid. And you're not emotionally attached in that moment because you're not trying to make money. You're just reviewing it. And you're like, man, that's a good trade. That's a good trade right there. Look at that trade. And you can actually learn to appreciate trades for what they are. And you can look at your entries and your exits and if they were good, if they were bad. As far as the fills, was I getting good fills? Was I bending? And you can spend a little bit of time, don't overanalyze, but spend a little bit of time doing some of that in the evening or in the morning before you trade to kind of, correct yourself a little bit. If you journal and you use something like TraderSync or something like that, you can mark it in and you could say, you tried to buy high a day and it didn't work, and you bought high a day and it didn't work, and you bought high a day, it didn't work, and at the end of the month you go back and 9 out of 10 times when you tried to buy high a day breakouts, they didn't work. Maybe next month you don't buy any high a day breakouts and you see that the no your limit 8, you have a 90% win rate in it. So you're like, you know what, I'm going to take no your limit 8s and I'm going to cut out the high a day breaks without a C strategy, and then I'm going to, you're probably going to increase your winnings, I don't know how many fold. Probably tenfold just from cutting stuff like that you lose out of. If you're super aggressive early and you lose early, then maybe you go back and you review it. You're like, okay, hey, I need to scale down. Instead of taking 100 trades or 10, 20, 30 in the first 30 minutes, a trade every minute or every 2 minutes, maybe I'm going to just allow myself to take like 10 trades. And not strict on it, but just I'm gonna cut down and be like, no, I'm gonna take one every 5 minutes or something. I'm gonna look for a good setup, and if something's working, obviously you jump into it and stuff. But and you change the way you think, and you're not thinking as aggressive, and you adjust, and you're a little bit more strategic. You're a little bit more waiting for that setup, waiting for that C strategy. What I'm saying now is what I've done to conquer FOMO and to beat it. And I still fight the battle. The battle's not done, but that's what I do to win and to continue to be consistently profitable, because that's the name of the game. Being consistently profitable over an extended, long period of time. Base hits, not home runs, that are just consistent. And when you put together, let's say you had a week and like almost all your days are green, and you had a nice big month, more than what a lot of people make, or more than what you can make. You made as much in a day as you can make in a week at your other job or your quote-unquote real job or whatever it is. Then once you get to that point and you start seeing things a little bit differently, FOMO can start going away. And you can start to put things in perspective when it creeps up on you and when it hits you. It's like I don't need to catch all the moves. Like if I just catch like 3 or 4 moves, that's a couple grand a day. And, a couple grand a day is not a bad paycheck. That's almost $1 million or $500,000 a year. I could live off that. And you kind of start adapting how you think about things as not having to catch every move, but having to eliminate, like Rose is saying, eliminate losses and trying to take good trades. Finding good trades. The reason I started off this video for people who would see it to say, hey, I'm going to be doing some trade demonstrations and stuff. I want people to see and to learn the strategies and learn them more and watch people actually do them. So you can correct maybe some things that you're doing wrong, and I can correct some things I'm doing wrong, and we can find when strategies work, why they work, and how we can make money in them. You've got people in this room that are calling out strikes and names that are working, different options this week's, next week's. We're doing, I think, a good job of doing that as a Discord channel. We're trying to help each other um, adapt and grow and not bend and stay away. And the guys on the mic aren't flashing their P&Ls. I'm not posting my P&L anywhere. Like, I'm not posting in here every day. I'm not, whatever it is. And I'm not saying, oh, dude, like we talk about points, like, hey, I made 3-4 points in that. We're not doing it to rub it in people's faces, but to let people know, hey, this option contract's good. I got in, got good PI, made 4 points on that move. It kind of gives people an idea of what they can do. And it's not to brag. And I'm not one that thinks we can't do that. And if you're new and you're becoming successful, post what you're making. It's more for the guys on the mic and the quote unquote big traders. It's a little bit different and more toxic if we do it than if people in chat are doing it and talking about it, I think. But generally speaking, we stay away from that because we want people to, it's not about the money. It's about good trades and good setups and consistency. And consistency allows you to get over FOMO. It allows you to just enjoy trading and to have the confidence in your trading that I know I'm going to make money tomorrow. Like, I'm so confident in tomorrow because I didn't blow out today. I think I lost $50 or something, and I stopped because I had to go do other stuff. And I'm like, who cares? Like, I'm good. And I'm going to come in tomorrow, and I've got no FOMO. I've got nothing. I'm clean because I took a day of slow trading, of finding setups, of some stuff that worked, and just kind of getting it out of my system because I couldn't trade much for 2 days because I just made some stupid choices on moving money around at the wrong time. And it is what it is. It is what it is. And here I go. And now I'm back at it. So doing that today helped me tomorrow. If I would have blown out today, I'd be wrecked tomorrow. I don't know. Like, I'd be like, I've got to make money. I've got to do this. I don't feel like making it up later. It's who knows what would be going through my head right now because I listened to myself and the rules that I made, and I got out. Then that allowed me to that allowed me today to set up for tomorrow. So whatever happens tomorrow, I feel confident now. I have no FOMO. I feel like I can go in tomorrow clean. I can go in tomorrow just taking good setups. So at the beginning of the day, if you're suffering from FOMO, size down and say I'm only going to take good setups. That may be something that you could try to do. If you're going to come in and you're going to say, if you come in and you don't have an edge, don't trade. Move your contract size down. Try to just make good trades. So if just try to make good trades and find good trades, lean on the room and create consistency in your trading, and over time you'll make it to where you can be comfortable enough that you don't care about missing those big trades, or when you do, because you will care sometimes, but it's a lie to say you're never going to care or think about it. When that comes in, and when you watch moves go by, laugh at them, be like, ha ha. They say that like smiling and stuff like that, tricks your mind and your body to release things, and I think there's something to that. Laugh at it. You see a big move in Amazon or Tesla. Oh, dude, that's funny. Oh, I'm glad some people are making money in that, and I'll get the next one. Start taking that approach to those trades. Man, that name's working. I can't wait for the next time it hits the 8. I'm going to take it. That's awesome. And start taking that different mindset, that positive mindset to trades that you're missing. And knowing that you're going to catch another one, that there's going to be another Mark 1, know your limit 8, green takes red, there's going to be another one. You don't have to catch this one. It's gone. That's fine. I'll get the next one. And create that consistency in your trading to allow yourself to get past the toxicity when it arises in you and when you start missing those trades. And then sizing down helps you. If you recognize that you're toxic, just size down. Like, I can't tell you how much that saved me today. I have, a ton. So, yeah, I could do, so, I could tell that now. I'm going to do it in the videos when I talk about the strategies themselves. My exit and stop strategy is I'm green or I'm out. And I tell you I tried something today, so let me show you guys something, a little bonus content here. So I was trading NVIDIA, and I'm trying to find a way to make money in it. Let me find a trend where something happened. Okay, here we go. So NVIDIA was hard. It has been hard for me to trade because I'm not instantly green in it. So what I found for me was this is how I traded NVIDIA. And so there's two ways to answer Curbster's question. He asked the question about, can I do a show on stops? I could do that in the future, definitely yes. For a quick thing on stops, I am in a trade right away by clicking buy in the options. Eyes on the level 2, I'm in. I don't always check my price on what I got in. I'm just in. If it pops, I sell. I'm either green right away, and sometimes I glance, so it's like I'm looking at the level 2 of the stock. I purchase, I flip my eyes down to see, like I load my contract to sell. I look back at, the level 2, and at some point in there I might glance because it's all close together on my screen, so I can see, like, basically see right about where I got filled. I see the level 2 pop and I sell, it goes sideways and I'm out. I don't use candle levels. I don't use anything like that. I don't have a number like, oh, if it goes down past this level, I'm going to get out. Sometimes, which is what I'm going to go here, I do. So what I just said is my main 95% of the time. It's I'm instantly in, the stock goes up and I'm green, or I get out. And it's literally like that. There's no level, there's no amount of money I'm willing to lose and hold on to. It's I'm in, I'm green, or it's moving and something like that, or I'm out. About 90% of the time. If it's just going sideways, I'll get out and hold it. Or if the cues are really strong and a name is sitting there and there's a strategy that's about to trigger and it hasn't triggered, I might hold it for a little bit. So there's exceptions to that. And I can talk about that in more detail in another video. A lot of it's a feeling type thing. Like I'm watching the level 2. Is there volume coming in? There's not. There's more sell volume. It's kind of iffy. Not enough green. I'm just going to get out. It's not worth it. That no FOMO thing that I'm just going to get out of it. I'll catch the next move if it goes. Having unlimited time and tick, super helpful. You can literally just buy again and buy again. So why have FOMO? I can just buy it again. It's not like I run out of money. I never run out of money. So that's kind of how I think about it. And then I don't have a stop other than it's like I get in. If it goes against me, I'm instantly out. So if let's say I was to buy NVIDIA, let's see a point. Where would I buy it? Here. No, because this is, I don't know. Let's say I bought NVIDIA like here and it popped. If you can see this candle, so I'm buying a no your limit 8. Let's say it popped and then it pulled down, I would be instantly out. It didn't go. Like it popped and then went down, I'm out. Like if it goes over and then it drops, I'm instantly out. So it's like I'm in, it's going in the direction I want it, or I'm out and I'll just get back in. So that is in short my entry and exit strategy. Here's what I found in the video to get back to what I was saying, and I thought about doing this in Apple too. Let's say I wanted to buy, for whatever reason, this candle. I'm gonna zoom in. What you'll notice in NVIDIA, and what I was sitting there watching today, was like NVIDIA pops and then drops down and then pops and then goes over and then pops and then drops down, and you're not getting a ton of movement in the options. So it's like you're up 10 cents, you're down 5 cents, you're up 20 cents, you're back to break even, and you just never really know when to get in or out type thing. And I was watching it, and when the video was trending, I noticed that as long as it doesn't break the bottom of a previous candle, it kept going up. So there was a couple trades I did where I traded it when it came down and hit a moving average, and I bought it, let's just say on this pop, and until it broke the bottom, I wouldn't sell. Or until I made a point or something. It's like, I'm going to try to make a point in this. How can I make a point in a video over 10 minutes? Well, let's see. If it doesn't break the bottom of the candle, I'm not going to sell. So, you bought it here, doesn't break the bottom, doesn't break the bottom of a 1 minute candle, doesn't break the bottom, doesn't break the bottom. You're all the way up here. It breaks the bottom, you get out. I tried that today a couple of times. It worked, depending on the option you got in and the fill. And as long as you have a, so this is something I'm trying and I'm testing it out. I'm going to test it out in Apple and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of like what Kelly does on his trades. It would kind of be, I haven't put enough like testing and back testing into this to know if it works. It was just something I was testing today, and CT mentioned it, so I kind of went with it. And I was like, what if I just take 5 contracts in NVIDIA and things that are trading at $5, so it's not that much, and I hold it and I let it run up, and I made 50 cents on 5 contracts or something, so I can test it. So there's no real hurt. So if it goes, it's not necessarily bar by bar, but it's how to play a name, because some names, like Tesla or Google or something, if you look at a Google chart, it just goes up. So it's like you buy it and it's just like it breaks, and it looks like these bars, but just continuous. So there's no pull down. It's just like break, boom, and you just get this boom, boom. And there are other charts that do that really well. And they're not like chopping down and then going up and chopping down and going up. NVIDIA, harder to play because we're scalpers and we want to get in and out instantly and make money. I do anyway. That's how I trade. What I couldn't do ever is make money in NVIDIA. So what happens if I take really small size and I let it run a little bit? And if it's a slow day, but names like NVIDIA are trending, and I can wait 10 minutes, that's a point or two move probably in an option. That's what, like $2 or $3 and like $2, $3 in the stock right there, where you never had a 1 minute breakdown. So if you bought it off of the 8 here, which maybe it was a green takes red, but you bought it off this for whatever reason, you thought it was going to go up, like, hey, I'm going to give it a try, and it just doesn't break down, and you give it that room. Granted, you might hold it for 5 minutes and break even, because if the volatility doesn't go up and it doesn't move up enough. I tried it a couple of times and I actually broke even or lost after holding a name for 5 or 6 minutes, and that's annoying. But that might be a way to catch those moves. So if you hung around this long in the video, something to watch, something to test on your own. I'm going to try it a couple of times. It can be annoying, and I can't do it a lot because I'm so in and out of names and so trading other stuff that I'm not looking to do that. But in a name like NVIDIA, that might work. In a name like Apple, I think that would work. So maybe that's a way we can play Apple and NVIDIA, and we can play it a little bit better. Yeah, Preven said let it ride the 2 minute 8 and exit at the next pivot point. Yeah, you could definitely do that. I mean, especially 2 minute 8 in NVIDIA here. There's probably some other names that did this too. You could definitely, like, if you bought, at a pivot, and then you you could literally just hold it until it broke, until it got, I'd have to go to a different chart. Let me see if it matched up. I've got another chart. I could see how this looked, but yeah, that'd definitely be a way to do it too. If you just ride the 8, and granted, there's a chance you're breaking even. There's a chance you're not up a ton of money. There's a chance it rips against you. But if you are looking for those longer moves, you could go to a 2 minute moving average and basically just ride the 8 once it breaks up above it. And as long as it doesn't have a candle that closes down and breaks down below the 8, you could just ride it all. Could ride it a lot longer, and it could be like NVIDIA today. So definitely another way to play it. Another way to not get FOMO is learning strategies, learning ways to make money, adapting, and kind of finding other ways to do it, and just kind of having fun doing that. That's why we're all in here together. There are other people in here, saying stuff that are very helpful. We help each other. But I would say never, but I'll never add to a losing trade. So it doesn't matter what's going on. I'm not adding to a losing trade. That's not going to happen. The trade I make is the trade I make, and it needs to be green or I need to get out. And I'm not, I don't average in things or anything like that. It doesn't work for me. It's not my style as a scalper. I don't use stop losses. I don't use trailing stops or stuff like that. I don't think they're bad. I just don't use them. I don't babysit multiple positions. If I'm in a name, I'm watching that name, and I'm allowing it to, kind of go. That's just me. That's my style. There are other things, and you can definitely do other stuff, but that's how I do it. So that's my thoughts, at least for tonight's video. There's definitely more we can say, and there's more that we can say on FOMO, but just general keys, general things that I have found to be extremely helpful to me and beneficial to me. I covered some of them, and that's what I did today. I covered those because it's instantly what's on my mind today, because thankfully I allowed myself not to get wrecked today, to trade intelligently, to find an edge like Rose talked about, and to get better and prepare myself for tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm not coming in aggressive tomorrow. I'm going to wait and see what the market gives me. I'm going to fill it out. I'm going to find an edge, but I don't feel like I'm missing anything now because I got that out of my system today. And thankfully, I got it out of my system with small size. I'm not hurt. I'm going to come in it tomorrow. I'm going to trade all day tomorrow, or most of the day. I mean, I might not be on all day, but I don't think I'm taking a break to go hunting or anything. So I'll probably be in here tomorrow and call out some stuff in the mic, talk on the mic, all that, and we'll just have a good time. Any thoughts, questions, anything else in chat before we wrap it up in here?
I just want to say, great talk, Gator. And the market doesn't owe you anything. So FOMO is, in my mind, kind of like you feel like you are owed something or you are missing something. The market doesn't owe you anything. And if you come into the market without any expectations, I find when I come in with no expectations, I may or may not even trade today. I don't care if I trade or not today. I'm just going to sit down and just watch things. I might take the day off. When I come in like that with that mindset, it takes that weight off my shoulders to feel like I have to trade, I have to catch setups, I have to do all this. Every day when I come to my computer, I'm coming in with the mindset that I'm going to take the day off and I'm just going to sit down and just see how things are going, and no expectations, zero expectations. If I make anything, I'm happy because market doesn't owe me anything. Um, where if you come in from a previous loss from the previous day or week and you want to try to, get that back and have a green week or a green make up what you lost previous days or whatever, you're coming in with expectations. Um, Also, if you come in having a great previous week and you want this week to be or this day to be great like it was yesterday, you're coming in with expectations. So that's kind of, I think, a key as well on the FOMO side is zero expectations.
Preach. Expectations are the killer. You know, they're killer. It's funny. I was just thinking they're the killer in marriage, and they're the killer in a lot of things. Unrealistic or you know expectations that cannot be met. They're just something you create in your head. And guess what? The outside world or other people are under no obligation to know what they are or to meet them. So good. I couldn't agree more. I think that was great. Thank you, Rose. So come in tomorrow clean, guys. Come in fresh. Let's see if any questions. Good video posted in the chat. I'll check that out. I've seen some of his stuff. I like it. I'll check that out. If there are no particular questions about that, guys, come in tomorrow clean. Don't have expectations. Know you're going to look for a good setup. You're going to find something that you can trade. You're going to make a good trade. It's about trading, not about making money. We'll be in here tomorrow, first thing in the morning. We're going to tear it up, do the best that we can. If you like this video, be sure to like it on YouTube, share it, subscribe, do whatever you can there. Bring people in, show them what we do. We're trying to make the world a better place by what we do, teaching people how to trade, how to make money. This can change people's lives. So that's why I do it. I want to help. So, you want to help, share it with others. I appreciate y'all spending your time with me tonight. And if you watch the video, for watching it through and spending your time here. And I will see you all in the market tomorrow. We'll get it done. And I will probably do another show tomorrow. Feel free to recommend if there's something you want me to talk about. If not, I do have ideas and show stuff lined up. So either way, have a great night. Get some rest. I'll see you in the morning.